Hello, this is Beth with Radiance Health. I hope you're doing great today. Wanted to talk a little about food today. And what do you eat? What does anyone eat? You hear, go paleo, go paleo, eat carbs, don't eat carbs, do this, do that. And it gets all really confusing. And paleo might not work for you, which is the emphasis on meat and basically vegetables. Vegetarian might not work for you. I make a terrible vegetarian. I get really cranky. You don't feed me some meat. I just don't feel really good, and I don't feel like I recover that well from exercise. So maybe if I was a couch potato, I'd make a good vegetarian. Not suggesting vegetarians are couch potatoes. I know a lot of people who it really works for. It doesn't work for me. Traditional foods, what do you eat? There's a traditional food movement with Nina Planck, who is very interesting and focused on fermented things such as sauerkraut and long risen breads such as sourdough bases. There's so much out there, and there's the popular Atkins, Weight Watchers. It's that stuff that sells you the little prepackaged astronaut food. Oh, what? Jenny Craig? Is it Jenny Craig? I don't know. See, I can't even remember them all. Can you remember them? I can't remember them all. So what do you eat? You have FDA, is it MyPlate now, which is better than the previous food pyramid, but I wouldn't say it's really an accurate description of what people need to eat. And when you look at what they're recommending for the largest amounts, such as carbohydrates, which they've just barely added in whole grains as something to eat, as opposed to all being white processed refined carbohydrates from bread and such, Doritos, carbohydrates, those really good things for you. Not. And you see heavy emphasis on carbohydrates, and that's the whole bottom when you look at the old food pyramid. And even MyPlate's better. I think it's now like half vegetables now. I can't remember. I don't pay too much attention to what the FDA says, because they tend to be more not so much on the people eating side as on the people making genetically modified food and receiving subsidies from the government, such as soybean, corn, being two of the major subsidies received by farmers, as opposed to fruit and vegetables, which don't really get any subsidies, which is ridiculous. We should be subsidizing the things that are the most healthy for us, and not what worked in the past. I think there needs to be a major revision over that. And why don't we put vegetables where carbohydrates? You can eat tons and tons and tons of vegetables, and it's going to take really, really hard for you to get fat or gain weight eating tons and tons of vegetables. And that's why you see, I think, a lot of times with the paleo is so popular, is that it's simple. Don't eat junk. Don't eat processing, no flour. And it's pretty cut and dry, which for some of us, though, it's a little feel a little deprived, because there is no bread, there is no flour whatsoever, whether it's whole wheat or not. And there is a huge difference between a pulverized grain and a whole intact grain. So, what do you eat? So, it just, for someone who's really interested and into the field of health and fitness, as a health coach, even I am sometimes struggling to figure out what do I do with my diet. Excuse me. And I define diet as what I eat. Not a diet for me is not something I go on to lose weight, deprive myself, and then gain all that weight back. A diet is just what I eat on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. And what I'm finding really works for me is just the emphasis on, one, vegetables. Notice I don't say fruit and vegetables, or vegetables and fruit. I try and say vegetables and fruit. Fruit's really easy for me to eat. I don't have an issue eating fruit. I can easily get to 3 or 4 or 5 servings in a day without really trying. So my emphasis is on vegetables, protein, then fruit, and then whatever other form of grainy carbohydrates, because you do get carbohydrates from fruit and the vegetables. So, even like if you're doing paleo, if you're eating a lot of winter squash and stuff like that, which is harder, at least in my neck of the woods, to find during the summer, would make it more difficult. You know, and your eating may change seasonally. So don't be kind of set in your ways. I live in Montana, and it can be very cold in the winter. And when it's cold, raw food sounds like one of the worst things ever. It's like on a really cold winter, salad? What's a salad? We don't eat a lot of raw food, but we do eat a lot of soups and stews and things like that. Braised meats, roasted vegetables, raw, not so much. But come summer, and raw food's much more appealing. And I have a garden, so I tend to eat a lot of salads and grow a lot of lettuce because they do well in cool temperatures, and I have cool temperatures all summer long. I mean, it's rare that it doesn't get down to 50 degrees, which is about 10 Celsius at night, even in the height of summer. You know, it's July and gets down into the 50s and can even drop into the 40s. So, yeah, look, you got to figure it out for yourself. It's a complicated matter, and we'll kind of maybe delve into this more later. Give it as introductory into how to eat for you, not what the book tells you to do, not what someone else told you to do, or the U.S. My plate told you what to do, because that may not work for you. It's like my plate still includes dairy, and drinking milk will make my inner ears swell up in about a week, and something I can't do. I have an allergy, and so according to them, I'm missing like a part of my essential food groups, and I'm not malnourished because I don't drink milk. I still eat some cheese, but you know, so you gotta figure it out for yourself, and you gotta really think with a skeptical mind and ask questions. What's going on, and why are they saying this? How, why, and how, and who are they looking at, and have they studied stuff like that? So, you know, take the complicated, and you know, I figure if you focus on the vegetables are good. Protein helps maintain muscle mass, and if you're working out a lot, you're going to definitely need that to keep you healthy. But I'm not, you know, yeah, it's a whole nother video, how much protein to eat. There's a mad debate on that. Fruit, some people say more or less, depends on the person, and then whatever form of carbohydrates you choose or not to choose to eat. And, you know, pretty much if you fat's a whole nother ball game too. That's also somewhat controversial at this point, and this is turning into a monster video. We're gonna just wrap it up, and maybe we'll just kind of talk about each of those aspects that are more controversial. Even vegetables. What do you eat? Try new stuff in the future. I'm on Twitter at Radiance Health. Blogspot is RHC with Beth, blogspot.com. I'm on Facebook at Radiance Health. So like me, love me, subscribe, please. If you have anything you want to hear about, whether it's more about food, exercise, book reviews, video reviews, whatever, let me know. Everyone have a great day. Bye.